The lion is widely known as the ruler of the wild, a massive predator feared by nearly every creature that shares its habitat. These cats are capable of bringing down enormous prey, including elephants, giraffes, and even hippos. As the largest members of the cat family, they sit at the very top of the food chain. So how is it possible that such an unstoppable hunter sometimes backs away from something as small as a honey badger? To answer that question, you first need to understand the way a lion's mind, or the mind of almost any predator, is programmed. Predators operate according to a simple instinctive pattern. When they encounter a much smaller animal, they expect it to panic and flee. The instant that prey begins running, a deeply rooted hunting response is activated. Movement triggers pursuit. Running signals vulnerability. Chasing is simply what predators are wired to do. This basic relationship between predator and prey has shaped countless interactions throughout the animal kingdom. The honey badger survives because it completely ignores those unwritten rules. Instead of turning and fleeing when confronted by a lion, it does the exact opposite. It charges forward, screams at full volume, bares its teeth, and rushes straight toward the predator's face. From the lion's perspective, this behavior makes absolutely no sense. An animal weighing barely 30 pounds should never be advancing toward a cat that can exceed 400 pounds. The lion expects fear, not aggression. Faced with this bizarre reaction, it often hesitates for a brief moment. That hesitation is incredibly important. Suddenly, the lion is forced to question whether this tiny opponent knows something it doesn't. In the wild, even a few seconds of uncertainty can determine whether an animal lives or dies. Of course, psychological intimidation only works if the other side is actually affected by it. What happens when the lion refuses to be impressed? What if it completely ignores the honey badger's fearless display and simply decides to attack? If the lion chooses to clamp down with its jaws, you would naturally assume the fight ends immediately. A lion can generate roughly 650 pounds of bite force per square inch. Its long canine teeth are built to drive deep into flesh, secure a struggling victim, and hold it in place until the animal eventually suffocates. Yet when those powerful jaws close around a honey badger, they often meet something completely unexpected instead of an easy kill. What the lion encounters first is an extraordinary layer of skin. The honey badger possesses one of the most remarkable defensive adaptations found anywhere in the animal kingdom. Around the neck and across the back, its hide can reach nearly 1/4 of an inch in thickness. That alone makes it difficult for even a lion's powerful teeth to penetrate deeply enough to reach major blood vessels or other vital structures. But the true secret isn't simply how thick the skin is. It's how incredibly loose it is. Rather than fitting tightly against the body, the skin hangs almost like an oversized coat several sizes too large. When a lion bites down and believes it has firmly pinned the badger, it has often secured little more than a grip on the skin itself. Inside that loose covering, the badger still has surprising freedom to move. Because of this unique design, the honey badger can twist its body almost 180 degrees, while the lion's jaws remain locked onto its back. Instead of becoming helpless, it suddenly turns to face the very predator that thought it had complete control. Simply surviving the initial bite isn't enough, though. Escaping inside loose skin doesn't automatically stop a lion from overpowering you. To stay alive, the badger has to strike back, and this is where that flexible skin transforms from a defensive shield into an offensive weapon. Once the badger rotates inside the lion's grip, its head is positioned directly toward the attacker's face. That becomes extremely dangerous because honey badgers are heavily equipped for close combat. Their jaws are powerful enough to crack open turtle shells, while their front claws, stretching well over 1.5 inches, are thick, solid, and designed to tear through the rock-hard soils of the African landscape. The instant the lion grabs hold, the badger immediately lashes out. It bites and slashes at the lion's nose, lips, and especially its eyes. What the lion assumed would be a secure killing hold suddenly brings sharp claws and powerful jaws within inches of its own most sensitive features. The entire fight changes in that moment. For nearly every other prey animal, being caught by a predator signals the beginning of the end. For a honey badger, being grabbed is almost an opportunity. Close contact gives it exactly what it wants, the chance to reach the predator's face and inflict painful damage. To avoid risking permanent injury to its eyes, the lion is often forced to release its grip and retreat almost immediately.